Good evening, everybody. What's going on tonight? Guys, today was a good day. This is one of the shows you do not want to miss because, I mean, a lot of you probably already know what's going on. Probably heard it on Williams Live, saw it on Twitter, but what a massive day for our stocks, especially GTII. So we're going to talk through it. Sounds like we're cooking with oil. Yeah, baby. Oscar, Big O was first tonight. What's up, buddy? MM, Kathy, number 3. Matthew Thompson, what's up? Corey Jones, I've been telling you. Actually, I don't know if I've been telling you. I've been telling my friends, though. Anthony Edwards is the man. The Timberwolves might win the finals this year, man. That'd be crazy. Pat Shigoya, Lyrical, Connie, Dammit, Mike, Cindy Lou, Evening All, Thomas Dubois, Suljo, Stella, Jason Donnelly, Susan, Brian Goodrich, what's up? Frank, D. Croteau, don't forget DBMM. Oh, yeah, DBMM too. Kramers Alpine. I always forget DBMM. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. Akira, all snap, baby. Jeff M, what's going on? Big Orange. Oh, man. Phil Haynes, Robert Armstrong, what's up, buddy? Ontario, M Echo. Lots of good news lately. So much good stuff going on. We are winning, guys. We are finally winning, and now it's only a matter of time until the prices reflect that. Although I guess if you're Finger from last year, you're up double. If you're in DJT from last month, you're up double. So there's still a lot of winning going on, but GTI I think is about to turn it around because it's getting fun. It's getting fun. Jason Z, long time. Get to watch part of the live while at work. Well, awesome, man. Glad you're here. Heat is for sure on. Michael Cantero, what's up? Oceanica, all right. Jack Hamilton, you ain't that late, buddy. Kramers suck. Chad C, what's up? TK, is Dips in here? There's Dips. What's up, Dips? Mad Max, final judgment for Trump immunity tomorrow. That's interesting. Yeah, either way, I think if it goes badly for him, then it's just going to open up the can of worms for other presidents should he get in. As far as him, they're pushing off that documents case, man, because Jack Smith is a crook. So Trump's winning more too. It's awesome. Richie, you got hair on your arm stood up when you saw GTI start moving. I love it. We were right, X-Pulse. Still believe AMC, GME have billions of naked shorts. Oh, I agree. Vic Song, you believe I'm winning when I don't see nothing but red in my portfolio. You'll believe I'm winning when I don't. Oh, but red. But you're all red. I don't get it, Vic Song. Sorry. I think you said that the wrong way. Tom FP, yeah, baby, yeah. It was Austin Powers that got me in trouble on my members live. Just saying. Can DJT and Finger go tomorrow? I need to buy a ton of GTI shirts. I know, right? I want to buy more so bad. I am tapped out. Corey Hayes, what's up? Let's see. All right. Winning bigly. I love it. We're getting there. We are getting there. So let's just get into it. The big story today was that freaking the SEC finally went after the freaking Kramers. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. I thought Ham was going to cry when this came out, when he was on the Williams Live. You got to see it in real time. You could just tell he was touched. He was so excited, and he didn't have much else to say. He couldn't believe it. Like all the fighting, all the putting the truck in front of the SEC all these years, it finally paid off. The SEC hits Power Up Lending and Kirk Kramer with a massive complaint, 35 pages, I believe, registering or watching what they've been doing from 2018 to 2023, at least March 2023, which means probably following through this year as well. Watching what they've done to people. And then this is the crazy part right here. 325 microcap stock issuers converting the securities into more than 100 billion newly issued shares of common stock. I'm telling you right now, there's no way in hell there was 100 billion shares from 325 companies. That right there, my friends, is proof of naked short selling if I've ever seen it. That is it right there. There's not a basher now in the world who has a case against us. Everything they've said is now proven false. We are proven right. Myself, Ham, and William especially. Everybody else who's been here longer than us especially. I've just been a messenger. I'm not the one. I'm not claiming for doing the hard work, but it feels good. We are validated today. We are validated today, folks. This is real. This is real. Everything we've been saying is real. We have more than enough proof now to overcome every negative comment on any of this stuff. We've been right all along, and now all we need to see is getting the break. This makes me trust. I feel so validated in trusting Ham, and from now on, this should have us all doubling down, ready to go. If he was right about all this, what else is he right about? Well, I think he's going to be right, and we're all going to be right about these stocks blowing up. This is huge. It is so big, not just because of what's going on with the Kramers, because at this point, first of all, they're going to have to slow down or stop what they're doing already because they know they're being watched. The SEC did not mess around putting together this report. They have it all. They've been watching a long time. Check this out. 34 pages, guys. There is so much here. I mean, read on your own time if you want. It's nuts. I don't know how it'll end, but one of the big things in here is that they specifically mention that Kurt Kramer has been in trouble for this before, and he made a deal not to get engaged with this stuff again, which means I don't think there's any case at all that Kramers can get out of this, and I don't think the SEC will settle for a settlement this time because they already settled with him once or twice, maybe I think it was 3 times before. I think this is it. They're out for blood, and this is just awesome. This is so awesome. I mean, I'm telling you guys, we can't even begin to say how big this is. And you know what? I'm not the only one who knows this. Ham's not the only one. William, Richard, whoever's out there watching this, we're not the only ones who got it, because GTII today went from 13 to 20 cents right after this news. Just ran up. It settled down right under 16. But the point is a bunch of people bought in immediately. It doesn't mean the selling will stop immediately, but it probably will stop pretty soon. And then who knows? If we get management in now, though, after this, watch the F out, guys. It's going to be nuts. All right, let me catch up with you guys a little bit, and then I got plenty more to go through. Bernard, let's rock. Connie, why now? I don't know why now, but they did it. Corey, huge news. What to do, the one? Probably because of all the pressure going on, Connie, from DJT and so on and so forth. The SEC, MMTLP, of course, major part in this. All that pressure is finally getting to them. So now we have to make noise, keep the news, retweet. If it goes down, it opens Pandora's box. 100% lyrical. Phil Haynes going to buy more. I love it. I don't think they'll get off with the cost of doing business fine, Thomas. This is bigger than that because they listed how many times he's been busted before. What's up, Albert? TK16 SEC filing targeting Kramers' watershed moment as to guess. Any guesses to say what comes next? No, don't. Your excuse, lyrical. Shebeast, there'll be a slap on the wrist. No one will recover anything. Is this good? No, this is good. This is bigger than that. They're going after the Kramers for remunerations, which is $75 million that they've caught. They want that. Not that they'll be able to pay it, but if this just stops the selling and forces the brokers to buy in, that's all we need. That's all we care about, but they got to stop onto this. Thank you, Jack. Old Fines, what's up? Corey, been in GTI 2 years waiting for this. I know. With everything came out today, shouldn't see them reject a CAT system. Wouldn't make sense. Listen, they pushed that off too because, guys, guess what? You Everybody did their job and called their representatives and said, "Do not vote against this," and they pushed off the vote on voting against the CAT system. Now I don't even know if it'll happen. This might just go through. I know, Mamba, you're right. Jason, loose dancing, I love it. Brett posted, Kramer agreed not to sell unregistered securities, direct or indirect, in the Hope Capital sponge check. There's no way they can't say they're unaware. I know, Brett. In fact, I saved your tweet right here. Good tweet, Brett. Good job, Kramer. Looks like you did it again. Do not forget you entered agreement not to violate. Once a criminal, always a criminal. Scumbag. Exactly. And here it is, guys, to watch. As a result of the conduct described above, Kramer and Hope Capital violated. So they wrote it all down here. Pursuant to that, respondents Kramer and Hope Capital cease and desist from committing any further violations. I love it. So it's good all around. There's so much good stuff. You got GTI 13, Thomas. Nice. Vince, imagine if they get rid of... Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's up, NC? ESK. Kramer's going to Rikers soon. They might. I mean, this is a civil complaint, but it could turn to criminal if it continues to be pushed. So it does feel good to be validated sideshow. Absolutely. CAT system goes into effect 5/29. Exactly. And it's the same day or the day after T+1. May is turning out to be a monster month. We still might get a DJT hearing this month as well. It's just nuts. What's up, Germany? How's it going? Kryptonian, that's low-hanging fruit. Everything's high visibility. Spank them severely. Say they've done something already. Meditate. Yes, exactly, Kryptonian. I totally agree. What a day, Roger. Ed, I love it. What about the potential for GTIC? I haven't gotten an update on that, but when Ham announced it publicly, it made me think it's a very strong chance of that happening. How long do I think they've been tracking evidence? Well, they say back from 2018 to 2023. Here's the deal. Kramer's been in trouble with them before. I think they watched him all along. I do. I think they never stopped watching him. And so us putting the pressure on them, Ham and the guys putting the trucks out there, getting in front of them, it forced them to not let him go. I believe all of that came. Yeah, there'll be asset forfeiture for sure, Thomas, if they can't pay it off. CAT system approval, Soljo. Thank you for the donation, first of all. That wasn't voted on today to disapprove. So at least that if it's not disapproved and overturned by Congress, it will go forward at the end of the month. All the shells disappeared today like a fart in the wind. I had a couple try to get me, but we could still squeeze with garbage management. Absolutely, Shane, as long as they force the trades. Yeah, but the management will help us get a lower bottom, which will put more pressure to break it out. So it's a better chance of squeezing with new management and deals, but we don't have to have them. How are we going to get paid, Joel? Well, if the selling stops, GTI will only start going up. And this should wipe out the selling here pretty soon. Yeah, I know. Luke called it Godzilla the cat. Yep. The GTI shells applied for unemployment today. Do I think May 28th will have impact on the T+1? Do you mean the CAT system? I mean, it's getting implemented. So if T+1 gets implemented, all of a sudden, it's going to get much harder to get the to manipulate the market, because it's going to be faster on forcing them to settle trades. You know, Kurt's wife's boyfriend blew the whistle. Do you know something? What's up, Northwest? Slow day at the office? Why are you asking? Susan, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. I will definitely use that to buy GTI. Thank you so much. Yeah, I want to load up bad after this. That's awesome, Susan. I really appreciate you. Thank you for that. I will make sure that money all goes to GTII. Thank you so much. Very blessed by you guys and your donations. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep digging into this, because there's a lot of good stuff here. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole complaint. It's huge, and we gotta just trust me. Like, I went through it. I ran it through. One thing good to do, and one of the best things you can do for this kind of stuff, because it's so huge, is run it through ChatGPT. Just feed the PDF file into there, and boom, ChatGPT breaks it all down. And it's a huge complaint, very serious complaint, very well researched, documented, and the SEC is not going to lose stuff like this, guys. Only 2 times I think in history did a complaint this huge. Like I was doing some research today, but all I could find were 2 instances where the person actually got out of it, and they got out of it on technicalities. So this is a big deal. The SEC does not go to all this work, all this investigative time, putting together a report 34 pages long, to just do nothing. That they don't do all that. So because just this alone could ruin Kramers' businesses if he was legit. So they have to really believe they got it. So it's a big deal. Ham tweeted today. Let's recap: GameStop, DJT, AMC, Coast, you name it. Only GTI. And I love this because GTI has been so disappointing lately, especially with its management. But yet, this still, guys. Remember, I told you that despite the fact the last year sucked for GTI, they never were working with the shorts. They just gave up or whatever, and on the management side. But all that work they did and all that work the community did around GTII still made it the company that knocked out the prime broker Alpine and the scumbag shorts Kramers. This little company is going to be one of the biggest players in helping move a lot of this along. We've got more proof now of naked short selling because of this little company. We got shorts trapped because of this little company. We got the SEC filing a major complaint against toxic lenders because of this company. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. So we got to give props to the, got to give props where they belong. And they do deserve props for that. Yeah, Counselor Diamond Hands, man. I don't know what happened with that guy. I was always nice to him, but I think he got mad that, I don't know. I'm not going to talk bad about him, but he was calling us out for saying we were lying about GTI or we were pumpers. I was like, what the hell, man? You were one of us. But I don't know. I think it came out that he was mad that just nobody watched his YouTube channel. I just don't, where are these people? I don't understand. It's like, were you doing it for the right reasons or not? But anyways, that's all I'll say. Lyrical, maybe because bad management, maybe it's causes bad management to do something if they have shares. Hey, only ways up. Oh, yeah, maybe. Richie, load up GTI on 13. You as well? Nice. Remember when Ham says only a few naked shorts in each play, they don't all short the same stock. Like you said, the selling should come to an end. That's what we're hoping for. Selling comes to an end real soon. Now that they know they're being watched, now that they're about to go to, go through the system, and now that they'll have to get discovery, all that stuff. So it's going to get interesting. Oh, day meaning no swings to. Oh, you gotcha, Northwest. Yeah, it was slow in the markets except for GTI. Just Mike, what's up? Vince, I think I'd run it through chat again at these prices and see where I land. Yeah, I'll run the numbers one of these days again and bring it back up on the video, okay? Give props to Ham for being consistent with parking the truck. Absolutely. Pornhub must have been blocked on the SEC computers. They finally got work done. That's funny. Ed Chabowski, hope we actually get to 3 figures. Me too. Of course I do. And but just remember at these prices, guys, if we're scooping up at these prices, remember I did the math last night, even if it just ran to 20, but I still think we are much higher than 20 on this. I mean, I think triple digits still definitely could be there. Obviously it's going to be harder to get to 1,000 at this point, but who knows what'll happen. But just get ready because DJT is still putting the gas on too. They are pouring the gas on this and going after it. And I'm going to show you Devin Nunes' latest thing soon too. What's up, Avalon? Brian, bought more finger today. Played your new number of shares on the 4-digit lottery and it hit. Really? Well, that's awesome. SEC must get the Kramers to rat out ours 100%. Lyrical, way I look at it, the government needs money, fines, taxes come out of this. What I thought they win both ways. Exactly. They do win when they clean the system, especially because Biden was in South Carolina saying, hey, if you vote for me, I'm going to raise your taxes. It's like, did anybody tell this guy how to run a campaign? You never say that. Reichman had a smile on his face or a heart attack. Probably. Max, so because Trump's getting closer, taking off, SEC's pretending to do their job. I did see somebody make that point that the SEC might see the writing on the wall that Trump's cutting in. Patrick Byrne's going to be in control of the SEC, and so they're actually going to get. Who knows? What's up, Dave? Short share number for GTII, old man, that we know of is about 500 to 550 million, somewhere in that range. Destin, aloha. Does this mean they'll finally be forced to close sharp? It means we're getting closer to that happening for sure. What'll start before the closing out will be the stopping of the selling. That'll be the first sign that we're getting there. And today, I mean, GTI ran just on this news. So the buying pressure is going to come back in as well, because this is going to be very bullish. Last time we got news like this on GTI, remember, it was January of last year, and GTI ran to 298 before they hammered it down. So that was the last time we got news like this on GTII. Nice, Donna. 5 shares of DJT. Nice. 1 finger. That was the leftover cash, huh? Brett, Kurt's going to have to give up someone very, very big to get lenience for his crimes. No, and they don't know anybody very, very big, Brett. I'm telling you, they don't. These guys are small time. Like Ham always said, they're thugs. They're street thugs. And so I think they're going down. Any updates when William takes over? No, we'll get news, though, that Reichman's stepping down, and then the next step would be put, see who takes over and then see if they put William in. Absolutely, Joel. Completely agree. Yeah, please hit the like. Thank you, Mark, for reminding me. All right, so Kristen points this out. Kristen Shaughnessy, just excellent reporter, New York reporter. Now tell us which 325 microcap companies are accusing of trying to destroy with their 100 billion shares. It would be nice, but we know number one in there, GTII, DBMM's in there. There was the other one, starts with an A. I can't remember off the top of my head, is in there. We know a few of them, but obviously GTI is the leader in this. And 100 billion shares, guys. Do you understand just how crazy that number is? How crazy that number is that they sold 100 billion shares from 325 microcap companies. That's insanity. That is insanity. That is just if anybody ever tries to convince you again that there's no such thing as naked short selling, you show them this and you tell them they're an idiot at the same time. That's just so obvious. So anyways, it's just crazy. This can get away from them pretty quickly now. 100%. Yeah. Is the William talk for real? Yeah, it's for real. I don't know where it'll end up, but it's definitely been talked about. So, all right, shared that. But, all right, and then Dirty Mayo's been an OG in all this. So the truck worked after all. Too bad the SEC is useless and took years. Jeff Easton and Lynn Partners is next. That's absolutely true. We've been, the last couple times the truck been out there in front of Gensler, all that, they've been hitting up Lynn Partners now too. If we get that on Finger, watch out, because Finger has the management. It has the deals. My God. So who knows? Maybe the SEC is finally going to get in order and we'll see more than one. So it's possible, guys. But we are winning. That's the point. We are winning. Really good things are happening. This is just getting absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, check this one out. FINRA charged an M1 Finance with failing to locate mismarking over 12 million short sales since March 2016. No, naked short selling. This is coming out too. All right. I don't know what M1 Finance is, but whatever. More proof. It's just building up. And when did this really start ramping up? We have to give. It's because of the OG's been just fighting here for so long, but it's also because of DJT. It's now that Trump's in there, Devin Nunes is in there, just slamming on this. And of course, MMTLP. So, and all the work those people did. But DJT is the one I think is putting that final thing on their neck and just crushing them. But DBMM still have hope there. What qualifications does William have to be CEO? William's got a lot of qualifications that he was COO of a company. He's, I can't remember the name of the position. Ham's talked about it. It was just recently. Ham was sharing about all of William's background. William has a pretty impressive background. He's just had a really tough last few years. So it is huge, huh, Mark? M Echo, clearly capable of regulating themselves, Bill Clinton. Right? Yeah. It was Clinton, and then also the Dodd-Frank Act in after 2008 actually allowed a lot of this market maker nonsense. So you can also thank Obama for it. Mantan, finally Kramer finger. Yeah, Get pumped for tomorrow. It's good to be pumped in general now because every day, it gets we're on the edge right now where any day things could really start happening. I mean, today was just so big. Yeah, show that to Adam Aaron. There you go. Wicked William would hit home run GTI. He would be good. Yeah. SEC whistleblower payout. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. Bought more finger today, more GTI tomorrow. I love it, Charlie. GTI rocket tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not putting time on it, but it did run. I mean, it ran to 20 today. Now think about what tomorrow when it's got all this people are ingesting this information now. They're watching this video. They are watching Williams' video. This has time to sit with people now. People are going to have plans for tomorrow, and I guarantee you, nobody thinks GTI is going to go lower after this. Not anytime soon. So I believe things are going to really happen. Lyrical, any stock run-ups will push other ace. I call it May would be crazy. It's only 5. It is only the 7th. I know, it's insane. I'm telling you, March, April, and May, guys, are shaping up to be a wild spring. A wild spring. I mean, I'm not making predictions, but just think, like, if this keeps happening like this, we could see a breakout in one of these stocks, which I think if one happens, they all happen. If this keeps happening, this building up keeps happening, the regulators actually keep doing something, the pressure keeps coming from DJT and others. If this keeps pushing at this rate, I would not be surprised if we see something run by the end of May, early June, and then anything's possible. So we just got to keep watching. MMTLP fam here, you'll win over the fraud. You will, guys. You'll win. You predicted William would be CEO months ago, Vin, man. I love it. William got connections with Trento. I think Trento's gone, George, but I heard that there might be 2 other mines ready to go. So both smaller, but together about the same as Trento. What's my confidence level regarding DJT congressional hearing being announced? On timing, I don't have confidence on guessing timing. But as far as in general in the next few weeks, I'm very confident. I think it's going to happen for sure. Nunes has powerful connections in Congress, and Trump owns the GOP. You better believe they're going to get it forced to do something. Can William handle responsibility as CEO? I don't know, Drew. I've heard William's a good deal maker, and so I think that's just a different skill than talking on YouTube. I bet Avid's going to make a few videos about Pump's YouTube. Maybe. I don't know. Dustin, do I think the Kramer thing could stop GTI from leaving? As they might think. I don't know. I would doubt it at this point because they're still going to face. They're still facing the cases and everything from Richard either way. That's not going away just because of this. And trust me, they don't want to go to jail or anything. So, yeah, we got to give credit to William Hammond the truck for sure. Yeah, TK, we saw that GDC yesterday. Peter, did my taxes? Yeah, I did. You had 11,000 Ukraine. That's funny. Patrice, after all DJT's been through, you still remain pessimistic. Can I help? It just depends on what you need help with, Patrice. I don't understand what you mean, what they've been through, and you remain pessimistic. I mean, DJT has a massive negative short against it. It's got their shorts trapped. It's got a incredibly loyal, bullish shareholder base. I mean, they're all MAGA people. They love Trump. They'll be there for that. And it's got crazy fighters. And you could argue that Trump's the most powerful person in the world, hitting it from his bullhorn, announcing to the world the corruption in Wall Street. I don't know what's to be pessimistic about that, honestly. Ace, you've been sending my links to family and friends for months. Now they want to buy. You don't know which broker to send them. Oh, man. Well, there's no good broker. I hate to say it. I can honestly tell you that other than the dividends, which we've all had problems with every broker, I use Fidelity and I've had no other issues. So, but that's not a recommendation. It's just telling you what I use. I think ZJYL at this point, we're just waiting for it to move on its own or for one of these others to pop off and hit it. But I still think the potential there is huge. Brett, hope broker dealers connect the dots, realize GTI dividends ticking tie bomb. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, with this news, they're gonna wanna figure that out before this breaks. Good night, Albert. Key, if William takes over, I know his advisor will be for sure. Ham will be very close to it. I guarantee it. Tony and loves the justification. Yeah, brings to the community, specifically to William. Yes, I agree. What's up, Daniel? Frank, crossing fingers, end of the rainbow's in sight. Can't count the chickens. We're not counting the chickens yet. We got to keep working, 100%. But I think, this is just so massive, guys. Jake, say finger squeeze. We believe it will. How do these companies come up with the money to pay shareholders? Finger squeeze. We believe it. How do these companies? You mean the brokers? The companies don't have to pay the shareholders. Jake, it's the shareholders get paid if you sell the shares. It's the brokers who gonna be paying you. It's not that we're not worried about the companies paying. It'll be fine. They're the one doing all the trading. I know they get money from it, but they hold their money in shares. That's where they get their value. So, I'm not. It's not the companies we got to worry about. The one you're buying 50,000 shares by Monday. Dang, man, that's massive. But good for you. I wish I could be that guy. Corey, IBKR share settlement with large shareholders coming to an end anytime soon. I have no idea. Sorry. Katie, thank you for the new memberships. Dave's in. Frank, Jake, Key, and Albert. Awesome. Thank you, Katie. Welcome for that. You got reassurance, Patrice. Okay, good. SEC's on Robinhood's butt also. Yeah, SEC is actually starting to do stuff. All right, Jason, have a good night. Ham should get a bodyguard. Ham is very careful, and he's keeping an eye on everything. Speaking of DJT, let me bring this up. All right, so Devin Nunes today spoke about this, and you know what? I'm just going to play the clip because this is just good stuff, guys. And this is getting out there. And just remember, I've already showed you guys, but DJT, because it's Trump, every single time, this stuff is front page news now. It's front page news in the financial world, which is massive. So massive that we are getting daily our news out there about naked short selling and the corruption in the markets, manipulation. It's getting out there every single day now. This is forcing everybody to pay attention, forcing things to get done. So let's just listen to this. It's real short.
That we've begun to talk about this. We have people that are essentially whistleblowers that are coming forward. So we're getting people now that are coming out of the woodwork that are beginning to tell us things that I'm like, wow, this looks like something that I should have looked at when I was in Congress. It appears like it's been happening for a long time, but it's something that shouldn't happen in this country. I mean, you shouldn't be, if you're on this reg show list, if there's an irregularity, you can understand if something gets a little out of whack for 1 or 2 or 3 days. But then if the system works properly, everything should be cleaned out quickly. But I think the problem is bigger. And maybe they got so greedy at targeting us that maybe, just maybe, we don't know, but maybe we're going to expose something that's going to be bigger than what most of us imagined. And I think there's probably been a lot of companies over the last decade or so or more that have been hurt by these same tactics. And so, look, I'm hopeful that we're going to continue to work with our allies in Congress. We'll build the case. We'll inform the appropriate authorities. As you know, we've already talked to the NASDAQ. Seems to me like the RICO statute applies here. And that leads me to, the other, we're obviously going down the congressional route right now. But don't forget, there are a lot of state attorney generals that should have an interest in this. If, how much damage has been done to capital formation of other smaller companies that have been hit by this naked short selling or counterfeit shares. My guess is it's going to be a large number.
You said it.
And look, we just might be the poster child. And if this happened to us, we're going to break it out into the open. We're going to make sure that people know about it, and we're going to continue to expose it. So working with Congress, working with other governmental authorities, and also going to work with the state attorney generals.
Did you hear what he just said? We'll be the poster child. As this is bigger than we imagined. He said this, he sees RICO. He sees state attorney generals coming down on this. He's working with his friends in Congress. He said, I should have looked into this when I was Congress. Can't believe I didn't. He's saying this is huge. He said counterfeit shares along with naked short selling. He said this has got to get cleaned up. Can you imagine what the crooks are thinking when they see this? They are seeing this and they're saying, oh shit, That's what they're saying. They're saying, how do we get out of this one? Trump's on our case now. Devin Nunes is on our case now. This is insane. And we're starting to see the repercussions. I mean, freaking Kramers got busted today. I mean, it's on. So everything he said there is huge. He's basically putting out a warning shot. When he said RICO, he's saying, we'll get you guys criminally. We don't care. And the fact that he says exactly what Ham was saying, I think what I've been saying, that they're willing to be the poster child to break it open. And he said, for all the other companies affected, this is nuts. This is nuts. He's saying everything we'd hope they'd say. So, guys, I am so freaking excited after today. This is unbelievable. It's just coming together. This is coming together, and they're not going to stop till it's done. It's too public now. The momentum is too great. There's too much being exposed. You can't, this Pandora's box is opened. It's not being opened. It's opened. There's no going back to the way it was before. There's no going back. We got our wins. We haven't gotten paid yet, but we got our wins, our first wins. And our first wins is that the cat is out of the bag. We are no longer speaking in shadows. We are no longer speaking in corners. We are now getting the word out, and the momentum is only going to build massively from here. This is huge. This little speech he gave is huge. Hey, what's up, BM Pro? Northwest. Oh, the schedules come out on the 15th. We're going to get the toughest schedule, one of them. So we got to play a first place schedule, buddy. I wish Devin says 4Q shorts. We bring our most. That would be awesome. Did you hear what he said at the beginning? He said whistleblowers are coming forward. They're having several whistleblowers come to them. I wonder if he means Ham's one of them. Yeah, exactly, Lyrical. It's huge. GTI is a gap at 3. Gaps always fill. I like that. Frank, still more work on GTI until leaders get outed. I get it. You're fine. You don't have to wait on GTI. I'm telling you, GTI might not run right away. It might need the new management to come in to really make it. It might. But I'm telling you, I don't think it's going lower anymore. I don't think it's going lower. And I do think we're going to see some crawling up for sure. Montana's AG is a rabid tiger. Yeah, I know. Wait till they get what's his face down in Texas on it. Ken Paxton, man. That guy is on fire. And he's already been talked to about this stuff. So he's talking to AGs about this. Can you imagine just state after state filing suits on this? It'd be huge. I'm not a cat. Dave, hope this is kind of tired of up and down news. Smiling more today after coming. Amen, buddy. Absolutely. Jag, that was an awesome Nunes quote. Somehow, some way it's going to be your new ringtone. I love it. It's finally someone who doesn't care where this goes. It is wide open. Yeah. Doesn't it sound like he's talked to Ham? I know. Job interview for attorney generals for sure. Magic Man, you're here. Listen quiet. Keep on. Okay. Hey, what's up, Magic? Charlie, Crook's got to be saying, I don't know about you, bub. I'm out here. You would think that, right? You would think they're going to be freaking out. They're going to be absolutely freaking out about this because they're watching this. You know, every single person who's deep down. You already saw, I mean, we watched it, last week or the week before? Freaking Ken Griffin just pissing his pants, going off on Trump. You know why? Because he knows his money's threatened here. And he's freaking out. He's freaking out. Know what happens to whistleblowers? Only if they're Boeing. I like the stock. That's right. Salute, Robert. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Mark. Corey, what's up? At the enforcement meeting today, they also talked about wrapped crypto assets backing of shares of crypto being illegal. Interesting. Well, that reminds me too. Speaking of the craziness of May, I mean, there's no crypto collateral anymore. That's this week too. So I mean, it just keeps going. Saber, what's up? At what point the constant one-sidedness in the courts does Trump have a civil rights case? I mean, not anytime soon, but let's see what happens once things turn around after November. Kryptonian in foreign countries, you've started the cleanup process on the corruption, so we have reference. Nice. You've started the cleanup process? How's that going, Kryptonian? What do you mean? What country? Everyone needs to carry bodyguards. I mean, they're expensive. recap what I mean by the Kramers got busted. Scouts, did you miss it? The SEC filed complaint against the Kramers today. It's huge. I recommend checking it out. I posted it on my my YouTube page as a post, and it's all over Twitter. So yeah, go check it out because it's big news. They're in the bleachers. You see them. Will this help with the dividend? You know what, Phil? I can't say. I can tell you this though, that the dividend is somebody made a really good point earlier, and that's that if the brokers see what's going on with GTI right now and they're still refusing to release those dividends, well, they know at this point that this stock is going to get a bunch of momentum. They're going to start seeing it go up. They're going to start seeing all this stuff happening with the Kramers getting busted, all this, that they're going to see that they're risking it by not buying in sooner than later. They're risking a ton of money. And so hopefully that pressure breaks some open with the dividends. Yeah, I don't keep an eye on DJT if Trump gets immunity. Yeah, part of me thinks he's not going to get immunity, but I also don't think it's going to matter. Now, if the stock, you're right. If the stock he gets, it'll go big. Great cash only, baby. You're welcome, Scouts. Wicked, do I think since the Finance Committee started to investigate Gary Gensler, he decided to release it very well might be true. You know what, guys? One thing I know, and I've seen this over the years through my own life, what I've watched, and also through just reading news, studying all that, is that the vast majority of crooks and criminals are cowards. The vast majority of corrupt people are cowards. And what they do is they live perpetually paranoid because of all the wrongdoing they do. And then when it gets close to them being busted, they will turn over in a split second to avoid getting busted, to avoid losing what they got that far, because most of them live in constant fear. The only ones that don't are psychopaths. Those you just don't want to mess with. But the average corrupt criminal person who's just been cheating to get ahead, cheating the system, whatever it is, they are cowards almost every single time. And so when you bust them or you start breathing down their neck, they'll gladly give up anybody else. Steven, they're transferring your portfolio this weekend to Schwab, and TD states your shares are unrestricted. Really? Your dividends? That's interesting. So now behind thought you catch up to save. There are 500 million minimum counterfeit shares. Imagine for a second, what would 100 million buyback look like? Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Sweet, do you think it's a ton of money at 12 to 13 cents for burgers? I believe it is too. Yeah. But so how much is it going to be when it goes up? You know, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. So, all right. Just speaking of, somebody brought up some Trump stuff. Today, Trump's documents, the judge in the documents case, postponed the trial indefinitely. This means that this trial will not happen before the election. So there you go. Trump wins again there. Also, Stormy Daniels testified today and basically had nothing to say. Nothing that hurt Trump at all. So anyways, I told you guys from the beginning, those who were really worried that Trump was going to get taken out, I told you guys I don't think it's going to happen, and it's not happening. It's all falling apart. So there you go. Just more good news there. This will also, because Trump news is good news for DJT, this will also might impact DJT tomorrow. In fact, DJT had a little bit of a rough day today, but in after hours was up 34 cents. So, and FNGR is up 14 cents too. It's pretty good. Anyways, I just had to share that. All right. Guys, I will gladly talk about any GTI FNGR stuff you guys ask, whatever, DJT. But I'm also going to go over just a little more news I saw today about economic stuff, because it still has a great bearing on what could happen with our stocks. So I'm going to share through that too as I go back and forth with you guys. MMTLP was in the thousands when FINRA put the U3 halt. Get ready, folks. Yeah. Well, they can't U3 halt this again. Not with the pressure on. Remember, MMTLP, like I've said before, you guys might have been the one that sacrificed so the rest of us could run, and then you guys get your settlement at some point. But they can't do that again. There's too much pressure from Congress on FINRA, especially now with the DJT stuff. They're not going to be able to hide again. So that won't happen again, another U3 halt. Frank Zara, first to squeal gets the deal. That's exactly right. Time to push hard at hand, 100%. Keep getting it out there. Everybody can retweet. Everybody can share this stuff. That's what we need out there. Just keep it moving on. And guys, listen, if you don't know how to bring it up to people, and as long as they're not Trump haters, you can use Trump now to bring it up. You can say, hey, have you guys seen the latest thing going on with Trump about this Wall Street corruption? That's a good in to get to the people who might just be like, Wall Street's fine, my 401k is fine, all that. Those people who have no idea what's really going on. This is a good way to break that ice. Mad Max, if you take immunity away, that means the president no longer gets immunity. You don't see that happening. I don't know. I listened to that whole Supreme Court thing, the argument in front of the Supreme Court. So I think it's gonna be very close. I think it might be a 5-4 decision. Lots of bikers. Rutgers, Smith & Wesson. I like it. Octavius. That's funny. Corey, totally right. Uncle told me about this guy he knew in the 90s, worked in the Cali cartel, a super tough guy until he got caught, started squealing on everybody like a coward. Exactly. That's exactly what they're like. Yep. Exactly. Moody's in the house. What's up, friend? 1230. What's up? Laughing at you. Hey, what came about from the CAT system today? Well, they didn't hold the vote. Congress pushed the vote off. They decided not to vote on it. And why? Because so many phone calls were coming in about it. And so that tells me one of two things. Either they're going to try to sneakily get the vote off later, or they're just going to leave it alone and let it go into effect. So either way, for now, it's good news. Each play we're in shows 250 to 500 million minimum of counterfeit shares. Exactly. Fingers around 250, 220, somewhere in that range. GTI over 500, and we believe DJT now is over 800 million. Oh, okay. So now I agree with that then. Okay. Didn't mean there. Oh, you threw. I gotcha. Make noise rain. It's not just one drop. That's 100%. Northwest first clue story was lying after she put out the signed letter, stated nothing ever happened. Still have no case. Exactly. Not only did she do it once, she did that twice. 2 signed letters. 2. Jesse, Devin Nunes, how much damage has been done to capital formation for small companies? How much damage has been done to retail investors? Exactly. But you got to start with the companies. He's doing it right. Moody, 240 shills in here. Thank you. Yeah, please hit the like, guys. I really appreciate it. Just get it out there, and it helps my channel. Let's get this news out there. This is good news for everybody, and I think there's a lot of money to be made here soon. ASRE, that's right, Gretchen. Thank you for reminding me of that. I agree with you, Steve. There shouldn't be a vote, but this is what Congress does. You're gonna be so rich when they're having to cover this, Joel. I love it. Yeah, I agree with you, Frank. It is weak, but it is what it is. All right, let's look at this here. As I said, I'll keep going back and forth, but I just want to bring up some other stuff while it slows down the chat. Please share the channel. Thank you, John. Yeah, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If you guys want to support and get extra content, join. It's $3 a month, all that good stuff. So no news is good news. Probably a lot of pressure with Nunez preparing for RICO Act. Yeah, 100% laughing at you. Bo, what would be the effective date for the CAT system? I believe it's May 29th if they don't vote it down. Tom, yesterday on your live, you typed tomorrow's going to be awesome. Oh, that was awesome, man. Good job. I have $1,100. What do I buy? Oh, that is really tough, Zachariah. I have 3 stocks right now I think are just right great prices for where they're going. And that's DJT, Finger, and GTII. I would... If it's me, I'd look at my position in all 3 and I'd be like, how do I maximize a run without knowing which one will go first? And that would mean trying to get them all up to a certain level. So I would, I would sprinkle it around. That's what I would do based on what you hold and do, figure that out. I will tell you, I think GTI runs up tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 5 to 10 cent run. After what we saw today, it ran up 7 cents in a blink of an eye. So I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised if it only ends up the day 1 cent up. But I would be very shocked if it's red tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of buying in tomorrow. Kramers in prison. We can hope so. So you guys know I've been tracking this. The yield curve's been inverted for 500 days now. Only 3 other times. 29, 74, 08. In each one of those, markets shed more than 50%. So there you go. keeping an eye on that. Already showed you Devin. Manufacturing services employment contracted for 3 consecutive months simultaneously. This only happened twice during 2020 when it was forced, and 2008. More than 800 companies claim that employment is falling. So just more and more stuff. And here's this. I just had to share this to you guys because this is the icing on the cake. We know it's over now because Jim Cramer has now said the sell-off may be over and points to the correction big tech. So there you go. That's it. That was the all we needed to see. Now we know the market's going to crash. Vince, you're showing fingers down after hours? Really? Let's see what they last reported. So this was last reported 750. Sometimes they don't get the final report there on CNBC. Let's see what MarketWatch says. I've always found that MarketWatch is better. Yeah, so this one says down 3 cents. So they last reported 759. Okay, so you're right. Finger did end up a little bit down after hours. That's a bummer. Can't wait to see you all in person, all the people in your channel. Joel, I'd love that, man. I can't wait. Ralph will be so tempted to sell GTI at the prior high of 9 when it hits. Guess this time retail won't be scared off. Oh, they won't be scared off this time. No, not after all this time and all this work. And I tell you what, this time the Kramers have the pressure on them when it gets there. Last time they did not. There was no pressure from the SEC on them at all last time. We didn't even have the evidence from the NSCC about the concentrated short position in Alpine last time. And Alpine still might get shut down this month. May 26th might be the last day for Alpine, which is the prime broker doing all this. So guys, we might see the Kramers and Alpine pull out of all this month. And none of that was even close to happening last time, Ralph. I just don't think there's any way it gets knocked down as low as 9 last time. Kramer will be the soap bearer. Brad, you just thought about if they place Alpine and Kramer together, that would be a Rico. Yeah, a lot of microcap would start running. Kurt, don't drop the soap. You're 100% right on that. Yeah, that's a good point, Brett. Paulie, yeah, we got big news in GTI today. SEC finally filed a major complaint against the Kramers. So it's official that the Kramers are now on the hook for naked short selling, according to the SEC. And yeah, just go back to the beginning. You'll see all of it. Jesse, nobody will see you. Any of these stock squeeze, you'll be a ghost. All right, man. Well, maybe just come by and have a drink before you take off. Post the last clip with Devin Nunes. Yeah, you want me to share it? Let me see here. You know what? I might have accidentally closed it. Yeah, I think I closed it. I'll share it again. Go to Kirsten Shaughnessy's Twitter. You'll find it there. What's up, Jenny? How you doing? So now, when do we get money? Get your house in order for hard times. Well, I agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that. Saber down on a 50 share sale at 326. Oh yeah, it was 343 right before that. On a 50 share sale, so ridiculous. Got 30 finger and sundial today. There you go. That's one I haven't heard of in a while. Yeah, Alpine also lyrical. Isn't that crazy? Boom goes the dynamite. You know what? I think this calls for. This calls for this. All right. I blame you for this, Queefer. This is on you.
Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for that look into sports, Brian.
Yeah.
And
had to do it. Boom goes the dynamite, guys. There we go. 24 days left for shorts. I mean, it's getting wild. May, man. Who knew? Who knew that May would be our month? I mean, so much going on. Thank you, Ham. Yeah, we got to give Ham major props for that, man. He's been fighting so long, and I honestly, it sounded like he almost got a little emotional in the video with William today, because this is such a big deal, something he's been fighting for so long. Do I think the SEC charged Kramers because of pressure over DJT? So they consider, well, yes and no. Moody. I don't think it hurt. I think they already were probably building it because it did say that they tracked everything from 2018 through March of 2023 at least, they said, which means they're also still watching it. But yeah, I think that the DJT thing is putting more pressure on it. And so if they were holding it back for any reason, now they're moving forward. So yeah, we'll never know how much DJT is actually pushing this, but I can guarantee you it's having an effect. What's going on with the movie, Roger? What movie? Jenny, what's going on? That's funny. What's up on site? Kryptonian, great point with the high visibility brought to this corruption in the last few weeks. Alpine probably can't survive. They'll be made an example of. Yeah, well, you know, FINRA, for as miserably useless they've been, the one thing they have been doing is continuing the push to get Alpine out, and Alpine's been fighting them in court. But yeah, I think that this they're basically at the end now, which is great. And you add that to what's going on with the Kramers, just killer. Ham said he can rest from all the haters now. Exactly. This is validation. This is the ultimate validation for Ham, guys. It's so huge. I just can't stress that enough. That every single one of us, if you guys ever had doubts, or some bashers came in here on Twitter and they were just causing doubts and you thought they might have good points. And listen, I get it. I don't blame you if you weren't deep into it and hadn't done your research. But this blows all that out of the water now. There is nobody now who has anything they can say on this area with the naked short selling. It's completely proven. It's completely out there. It's especially in this stock, GTII. And I'm telling you, this validates Ham so much that now anytime somebody goes bash on him, calls Ham a pump or anything, you just be like, he was right about this. What now? Like, this is the one he's been loudest about for the last 2.5 years. I mean, he was always consistent, always out there, never turned. I'm glad I threw my hat and just I've always felt like Ham was somebody I was supposed to trust. And and honestly, I've never had any reason, any of that broken. I've had no reason to doubt that decision I made to trust him. And this is just the ultimate validation. This is so big. And so if you were even a little bit on the edge now of whether this was real or you felt crazy or you like it was wearing down on you going so long, this is such validation to say, nope, not only is it real, you're on the right track and things are happening. They're happening and it's coming to a close. So now we just wait and see. Now we get to wait and see how it plays out. That's where we're at instead of, and while keeping our foot on the gas. So it's just huge. Calvin, SEC and FINRA need proof of work because all the congressional scrutiny towards their jobs. Yeah, exactly. I haven't heard of how Ham's son's doing lately, no, but I'm sure he's doing okay because Ham's been available. Do I think Finger might be one of the 325 microcap companies? I don't think so because they were dealing with penny stocks and Finger's on the NASDAQ. So game over. I just don't think it has anything to do with Finger. But anybody who's investigating GTII, I mean, would have found what's going on with Finger too. Because not only is the truck that's gone in front of the SEC yelling about GTII was also yelling at them about Finger. That was happening. If they go on Twitter, GTI and Finger are almost always tagged together. Stock twits. I mean, any of this like investigating they've been doing. YouTube, myself, Ham, William, Richard, all of them. We've all Kirsten Shaughnessy. Everybody's been reporting GTI and Finger together most of the time. So it's impossible if they're going after GTI to miss what's going on in Finger. So my guess would be at this point, Kramers are the low-hanging fruit. Go after them. Lynn Partners probably next on deck. They're probably investigating them right now. So I scared you. The frozen basketball clip was my basketball commercial. My basketball commercial. You guys are funny. No GTI show getting paid this week. That's right. Give Ham and William a big hug. They're so special. But I remember Ham was working with someone to produce a movie on this whole crap. Oh, yeah, yeah. So that movie. Okay, gotcha, Roger. You mean the documentary. Listen, they put out that trailer in March. I haven't heard anything new since. But they put out that, if they put out the trailer, I mean, it's only a matter of time. Yeah, he was right about GameStop, too. Exactly. So now I never had doubt. Started with William, heard Ham, found Ace. Like to think you're a pretty good judge, Gary. Well, thank you. So now I hope so. Lou started it all. You know, Lou did not start it all. Lou started a lot. He didn't start GTI FNGR. Ham and William were here first. Lou found them. In fact, I remember the first time Lou was talking about GTII, he pulled up one of William's videos. So, yeah, Ham and William were at GTI before all of us. And then there was some OGs who were here too. Winged Wolf, we've been correct, been early, but at the end of the day, who donates the most to DNC and RNC, it's not retail, cautiously. That's fine. You can be cautiously optimistic, but I tell you what, I don't think Trump and Nunes give two Fs about who's donating. I think they're getting it done, and that's why all the donors hate them. So you can be cautiously optimistic. I'm very optimistic, and that's fine, Winged Wolf. As long as you're here fighting with us, that's all I care about. Moody, you're listing your house next week. Would it be ironic if you sold it and then your stocks run? That would be pretty crazy. But Lou did bring a lot of people over here. So, yeah, props for that, Roger. 3 million volume on GTI today. I know, that's big. Ed Chabowski, hopefully buybacks happen. GTI have a relatively small retail holding. Will have high price discovery. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Today was an atomic bomb of news. I agree. Jenny, so many tickers affected. Same players in DJT. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you saw it in that auditing firm, right? I mean, there's going to be a lot lumped in all of this. Warren Buffett not only sold a bunch of his Apple stock, guess what? He's also sitting on like $100-some billion in cash, not investing it. Why? Because he is the safest investor ever, and he is saying nothing's safe right now. That's huge. That's huge. Ellie, what's going on? I don't think anything happened at the cat hearing. I think it was pushed off. That's why that's what I saw on Twitter. So we'll have to wait, or we'll hear if there's another hearing maybe. Yeah, I haven't told Lou to join. Boy, Scott here going back to start. I want to say I took 400 and bought GTI. Nice. What was that, like almost 4,000 shares? I did see the roast of Tom Brady. It was hilarious. It was also very vulgar, but it was very funny. Brett, guy doing GTI videos, Slinger Financial? No, I never heard of that guy. There was a surfer dude. That's funny. I guess I replaced him. Oh no. Kryptonian, we're at the moment right now where people say, oh man, I wish I bought it. Yes. I would be shocked if we see it go back down to 13.12 at this point. And stay there. This is going to bring the momentum that came in the last time we had the news from the NSCC about the concentrated naked short position from Alpine in GTII. The last time we had news like that, GTI not only almost ran to 3, but then it stayed. It stayed over 175 for 3-4 months. So it held momentum for quite a while. William's first video in the lobby of Kramers law firm. Really? I never saw that. I'll have to go back. I mean, we can have a drink to celebrate today. It's not victory time yet, but we're very close at this point. I think we're very close. Obviously, way closer than we were even a year ago. Ham got emotional. He's the go. Yeah. Jenny, my chat's so different than Williams. I know. I do know. I go into Williams' chat, man. People are mean to me. It's weird. Fro Girl, you're traveling, been on back-to-back flights all day, ran to your hotel, hear the news. Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah, it's awesome, huh, Fro Girl? Yeah, it's big. Today could be the beginning or the middle of a black swan. We'll have to keep just paying attention. I'm telling you guys, just be ready for anything at this point. Because of what's going on in the economy, because of what's going on in these stocks, and DJT pushing and leading this charge. I mean, God, we are at the point where we could wake up. We're at the point where any morning now we could wake up and things are just crazy. We could wake up and Dow could be down 1,000 points pre-market, about to break. down in a crash. We could wake up and GTII could open up $3. Get ready for the unexpected. That's all I can tell you. Get ready for the unexpected. Know your convictions, stick with them, and be ready. Have plans, because I don't think things are going to stay stable much longer. I mean, look at this. This is the job cuts just so far this month. We're already at 25,000 this month. The treasuries are being minted like never before. 2 million per minute. U.S. treasuries, they're selling them. It's just nuts. Things are crazy right now. The economy's going crazy. Our stocks are getting the pressure squeezing. It's just nuts. You had a dream GTI hits 2 bits tomorrow? 2 bits? Calvin, I think Warren Buffett realizes we're in a transitionary period. Best way to see where the flight of capital goes, have liquidity. I agree with that for stocks, gold, or crypto. Too many people are educated this time. They created 100%. Guys, one thing to prepare in this time is go watch the movies. Go watch Margin Call. Go watch, especially The Big Short again, and go watch Dumb Money. Because Dumb Money, even though Ham hates it, and I know why he hates it, and he's not wrong, but it's still, I still think it has value. And the reason I think it has value, because it shows the difference between where they were now, or where they were then, and where we are now. Then retail had no idea what they were doing, and they got scared. Now we're educated, and we're going for blood. The 3 years we've had since GameStop ran has changed everything. And man, wish you could buy $1 million and get your average down. GTI don't have that money. Yeah, that's hard. Whack-a-mole playing mean to you too, Jenny. I know. How could they be mean to you? It's crazy. 465 GTI is 2,900 shares. How are you going to get that price? No beer today. I'm trying not to drink during the weekdays right now. I'm trying to lose a few pounds. Corey, Warren Buffett has $100 billion to invest. You have $108. We're like two brothers. I guess so. I like it. Just Mike joined for 5 months. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's fun. Mike, did you go back and watch the Members Live Saturday night? That was a fun one for almost everybody involved. Zachariah, if the Kramers try and flee the country, think about others the SEC will go after. All others would become elevated. RICO charge, no civil. 100%. Yeah. You have Modelo for festive news? I like it. I do have a nice fancy beer. I might crack open tonight. Mikey with the flex. Not financial advice. If Ellie says, if she had 300 right now, should I split between Finger, GTI, or DJT? Put in a... Yeah, Ellie, I answered that for somebody earlier. Right now, because I love all three where we're at, especially at the price points, and especially with this news now on GTII, I personally would try to, depending on what my positions are, I would try to sprinkle into all three to just try to raise up my chances at catching one first. And then, that's the hard part, is trying to guess which one will go first. I still think DJT's in the lead right now as far as momentum, but things could change real quickly, especially now. If GTI starts running and gets into 3 digits, can we sell dividend shares even though we haven't been given them yet? No. I don't know what they're going to do with that. 2 bits is a quarter. Okay. Thomas, I was stressing. It's been so long since I remember what a bit was that I could not remember it. I just couldn't do the math in my head. It wasn't coming to me. So I was like, I'm just going to move on. That's what I do when I don't know the answer, guys. I just move on. You like Dumb Money other than the woke BS in it? I know, Mark. They did have to put that stupid couple in there. It gets that woke dumb stuff. But that's just movies today. Hopefully it won't last forever. Alpine's not even 2 weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. Fuel we need back-to-back. People are fired up. Amen. AC. Been listening while driving. What a freaking day. It was a good day. Brett, you think if the CAT system gets implemented at the end of the month, they're still selling naked shares, GTI will absolutely blow up because there's already a clearance issue upon. That's a good point, Brett. Man, I love that. That's a good point. I'm not drinking during the week. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I still love beer, man. I'm not going to stop, but, I just want to get down a couple of, these cheeks were getting a little chubby after my vacation. Lyrical, next week, Brick meeting about their version gets $1. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Jenny, that came on as nonstop. Then country. I can't believe people go after you. It's crazy. All right. Well, have a good night, Jenny. Let the dominoes fall. Amen. All good things would come. I like that. Jesse, impossible for me to wake up to a major market event because you're always up before the market. Well, there you go. So you're ready to go. I like it. Lyrical, this will wipe out small hedge funds and family-owned brokers. FY Music has stopped. First live to see another day. Yeah. Should you call in sick tomorrow? I don't know how much fireworks there'll be tomorrow, Vin. Just, I guess, have your sick excuse ready and then, see what pre-market action looks like. Shave and haircut. Northwest, you didn't care for the movie, didn't learn anything new. And I did have a lot of language in that one, that's for sure. But that's most movies nowadays, especially if they're dealing with anything that's real life, quote unquote. Could we get to $1 this summer, GTI? Oh, absolutely. I think that we definitely could get there. You got blocked, Brett, and you did too, Roger? Oh, man. Finger warrants, I think that should be approved this week or next week, and then I think they'll announce record date really quickly. Yeah. Thomas. XRQ, priority on GTI, what's a realistic range of squeeze prices? Has the target on finger changed? Well, no, finger, I just showed you guys the numbers on finger the other day. I don't have them ready to pull up right now, but finger's numbers are massive. They're absolutely massive. It's, depending on how it could run, depending on what previous runs it's like, whether it's Overstock, GameStop. The numbers on Finger say it could run from anywhere from like $350 to $5,000. It's insane. You get into stupid prices. DJT is way more stupid. The math on DJT says anything is possible from like 12,000 to 170,000, which, listen, when I say those numbers, I'm not saying that's what'll happen. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying, comparing it to previous squeezes, if the 700, 800 million number is true, which I have no reason not to believe it, especially because everything else I've been told keeps coming true. That's what it says is possible if a squeeze is similar to other stocks in the past. And so, those numbers get crazy. GTII, because it's so much lower right now than it was last time I did the math, and I know the float's gone up. I just don't know by how much, because I can't get honest numbers on it. GTII right now, I don't know, but I still think triple digits are very, very possible. $100 to $500, I wouldn't be surprised. But hey, think about it though. When you buy a stock at 16 cents and it runs to $50, that's a huge short squeeze. Huge. That it's absolutely massive. You're talking 50 times 6, that's 300 times short squeeze. That's the same as Finger going to what would that be the same as Finger going to? And I don't even know if I did the math there, but that'd be like Finger going to, I think, like 900. So it's absolutely crazy. So Finger going from 3 to 900 is the same as GTI going from 16 cents to 50. So just remember that. That's how the money is crazy because of how low it is. KYP blocked you? I don't know. It's today. Notice you're quitting today, Jesse. Are you for real? You typed your resignation letter today. That's funny. I told you why I lowered the GTI price, because it's starting from a much lower position, and also it's been diluted a little bit. So that's why. It doesn't mean I'm right. I'm just, I'm trying to be conservatively smart. Finger 300 would be like 18 billion market cap. Yeah, it is definitely doable. Let's see. Ask Arca for targets. You can, but Arca doesn't factor in. He won't factor in these numbers for the. Well, maybe he will. I can't tell you what he'll do. I like Arca. He's a good dude. I haven't seen him do that. Let me put it that way. And I don't know if Arca does big targets like that. But anyways, so I definitely still think ZJ will run after one of these run, or two of them run. Said those numbers, you got Grinch smile. I like it. Did Arca release another one? Okay. Corey, lots of videos on shorts will default later on a bunch of different stocks going to go around big. Oh yeah, it will for sure. So, all right, Jenny, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Guys, also, I'm getting ready to sign off. I still do have work tomorrow until they squeeze. So, like most of you. But anyways, just love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the donations tonight, the memberships. I appreciate all of that. Please like, subscribe, share. This is big news. Let's get it out there. We're obviously winning. We're obviously have momentum on our side. So let's get these messages out there. Whether you share my video or Williams or whatever, let's just get these out there. Let's teach people about what's going on, because a lot of people, that's not my new target, Moody. I did not say that's my new target. I was just explaining what could happen. So, anyways, sorry, I see the chat. I digress. But anyways, just let's get this out there. Things could really change. But anyways, guys, good things are happening, obviously. And the validation is huge. That's going to change so much for us. The validation is just massive. So let's keep running on this. Let's keep running on this momentum for sure. Charlie, when finger runs, you think Hedgie going to jump in, run it up to curtail someone? Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I get you, Moody. $3, yeah, but it'd still be a lot of money, and you can roll it into finger DJT too. If it only goes to 50, that could still make big things happen. Gretchen, you're not political, so you say this objectively. Trump will get credit for breaking naked shorts wide open. He'll get reelected without a blink. Listen, I totally agree. There'll be so many people, millions of people, retail people in these stocks that will change their minds on him, or if they're leaning one way, dive in on him if this happens. So, and he's already up by a lot for a Republican. You don't know if the existing government knows this yet, right? Prime broker will not allow a short to jump in and profit from a short squeeze that they cause. Oh, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Hear William singing tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. I agree. It's going to be interesting. What's up, Rum Dog? You're going to have to go back and watch. Sorry, man. All right, Andy. Have a great night. Don't forget to smash your ravishing like button before you go. Share the video. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Northwest. All right, I'm going to end in a little prayer. And tonight it's going to be a prayer of thanksgiving for the momentum we got. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for all you're doing. God, you're obviously working. Things are happening. This year, these last 3 months especially, we've started seeing so many things happen and momentum-wise. So just keep doing what you're doing. And, God, we just keep praying for justice to keep happening. God, we just pray that the pressure keeps mounting. And we thank you for the people like Ham, William, Devin Nunes, all these people out there, Richard, fighting, God, and actually doing the work, getting this out there to break these things open so that we all can prosper and also see the market fixed so that our families can prosper in the future, our kids, our grandkids, hopefully. All that this gets fixed and can never go back to as bad as it was. So just pray a blessing over everybody here. Give us wisdom as things are about to get more volatile. And we just thank you for all you're doing. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. All right, guys. Love you so much. Bless you. Have a great night. And I will see you all definitely, for sure,